Brexit trade talks are at breaking point, as the UK is seriously considering walking away from the EU and the negotiation table, but an unearthed report claims that Northern Ireland could even return to the EU after the UK's departure. Northern Ireland was at the centre of the Brexit negotiations last year when former Taoiseach Leo Varadkar and Prime Minister Boris Johnson decided to settle the dispute over the Northern Ireland backstop. They agreed to put up a customs border in the Irish Sea in a move called the Northern Ireland Protocol, which would protect the Good Friday Agreement and prevent tensions returning to the Irish border. This means Northern Ireland will stay in the customs union and single market, but will no longer be able to contribute to the governance of either. However, Stormont will be able to vote on whether to maintain this system every 4 years. With the issue seemingly resolved, the withdrawal agreement came into effect in January. Yet, as post-Brexit trade talks are on the cusp of collapse this week after Britain threatened to walk away, there's concern that there has not been enough preparation for the new system that will come into place in the Irish Sea. Professor Colin Harvey, from Queen's University Belfast, wrote for Irish broadcaster RTE back in 2019 that Brexit could lead Northern Ireland to rejoin the EU. He claimed Brexit has had a destabilizing impact on relationships across these islands. Professor Harvey continued, "The border on the island becomes an external border of the EU after Brexit, will all the symbolism that this carries combined with the severe practical implications." He added the border is still of profound concern to the Irish government and the EU. He also claimed that the decision of the Democratic Unionist Party (DUP) to back Brexit divided Northern Ireland along Unionist and Nationalists. Consequently, the DUP ended up on the opposite side of the table as the Remainers, who made up the majority of the Northern Irish public by 56%. The Ireland expert added the likelihood of Irish reunification had been increased by Brexit. He suggested that this was because the foundational objectives of the EU chime well with the values underpinning the peace process of the Good Friday Agreement. Professor Harvey then said, "The Good Friday Agreement contains a mechanism that would allow Northern Ireland to return automatically to the EU. It is likely that interest in this will intensify." He added that Northern Ireland's status rests on the principle of consent, which Mr Johnson attempted to address by allowing Stormont to vote on the matter every 4 years.